Mr. Snyder here with the next tutorial for the grade 9 radio commercial assignment that we're going to be doing. Today we're going to get into the editing of the commercial. Your job is to recreate that commercial that you listened to on Mr. Elsey's site exactly as it is. Now, in the last tutorial we were doing the pre-production, which is all of the scripting for the commercial, writing the script, coming up with the idea of the commercial for Uber Eats. That's all pre-production stuff you do before you actually shoot or record anything. We're not going to actually be shooting or recording anything, so we're going to actually go to his grade 9 tab. We're going to skip the production tab for now, because we're going to come back to it when you're actually going to record your own voices for your second version of this commercial. We're going to go right over now to the post-production. Post-production means editing, whether it's a film, a video, or audio. Post-production. Let's go to that tab. And again, editing stage. And I'm showing you this because there are resources there for people who are using Audacity audio editor on a PC or a Mac only, not a Chromebook. Audacity will not work with Chromebooks. However, these tutorials are there, and it's worth you watching the first 3 of them, even if you're in Soundtrap on a Chromebook. Okay, so remember that they're there. Again, where are they? Under Grade 9 Exploring. They're under the Post-Production tab. Okay, so those tutorials are there for your use. Although the program's totally different, the concepts of editing are the same. Before we can start to actually edit, we have to now go and make sure we've downloaded the radio commercial files that you're going to be using. Your teacher can tell you where those are located and how you can get them. And the bottom line is, once you've downloaded them, you'll have 5 different folders. 4 of them are labeled. I must have got lazy with the 5th one. Okay, and let's start the 5th one first. It's actually the radio commercial, and hopefully you only have one PDF in there. Students tend to add stuff to our folders, so you might have a list of a few other files. The one you really need is the PDF, and that's the actual script for the radio commercial. So it's on Mr. Elsey's website, as I've shown you previously, and it's also here that can be downloaded. Sorry, it's already downloaded. You can open it to view it, or you can print it. Okay? The first folder has the finished radio commercial that you can play. It's also on Mr. Elsey's website, as we showed you previously. Okay, so that's the finished radio commercial. You are recreating your radio commercial to sound exactly like this first one, using the same voices, using the same music, and the same sound effects. The next folder has the voice clips, and there's a female voice folder and a male voice folder. Now, the female has 5 different clips, we call them. Each recording, when you start and stop, creates a clip. So there's the lines of script for the female voice. The male voice has 6, and I think the 6th one is a male voice of the tagline. You're not going to use the male voice for the tagline. You're going to use the female voice for the tagline, okay? I just gave it to you there as an option, but don't use the male voice tagline. Okay? Then the next folder is sound effects, and there's 5 of them there. They're self-explanatory. If you expand this view, it tells you what those sound effects are. And you have to refer to the script to decide when you should be hearing which sound effect. Okay? So the script is going to be very important. Then in the music folder, we have this Italian music. That's just sort of a random piece of dinner music that you're going to use for this first version, which is an exact recreation of the original. Okay. You are going to do a second version of this radio commercial, and that second version, you're going to modify the script a bit. You're going to change the voices. You're going to record your own voices, and you can pick your own music. Okay, so there'll be some more latitude then. But for now, you're recreating what we give you. Once you have this folder with these different folders and files in it, you can then go on to Chrome. Make sure you use Chrome. Use the same browser as the rest of us. Okay, I'm going to leave the post-production stage of Elsey. I'm going to go now to soundtrap.com. Now mine says edu on the end. Just put in Soundtrap. It's because I already have an account. Soundtrap.com. Spell it right. Okay, Soundtrap.com brings you to this page. Now this is an online editing program for audio. Audio only, will not do video. We can get a 30-day free trial to this program, so we don't have to pay for it. But you only have 30 days to use it. So if you don't finish this project in 30 days, which is only because you haven't been doing it, you may run out of time to use the program and then you're kind of stuck. So make sure you do the assignment as the class is doing it. Now to make an account, because this is browser based, you see up here in the tab, it's browser based. So you're always going to go to your browser to get into it. We do not download Soundtrap. We just go to soundtrap.com and then we log in. Now I'm going to go to, I'll go to the login page. I've signed out of my account, so let's see where it takes me. It should take me to what you'll see. It brings me to this welcome back to Soundtrap. Now welcome back means it knows I've got an account somewhere. Okay, you're going to click down here, and if it doesn't look quite like this, you might not have this part here. Just click where it says don't have an account. Click here. Click that, and you want to make an account for personal use. Okay, and you're going to sign up with Google. Now, click there. I've got two Googles. I'm going to select my pdsb.net. Make sure you're using your school pdsb.net account. Click it. Now in my case, I've already got my account made. It may give you the option to use a 30-day trial. Let me see. If I sign out here, let me go to the gear log out, just so I can replicate what you might see. Let's say I go to pricing. Let me go to education. So I'm just trying to get to what you might see. No, I'll go to pricing. Sorry. I'm just trying to replicate. You might get to something like this at some point. If you do, you want to make sure you're selecting start a 30-day free trial. Okay? And then it's asking for all your account information. You don't have an account yet. Just want to join an existing account. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to sign up. This is for a 30-day free trial. The key is you're going to, this is as a teacher, okay, so yours might be a little bit different. So that's why I say use the login. Bottom line is if you ever get to a point where it's asking you what kind of an account, you want the 30-day free trial. If you go to, let me go back to Soundtrap. If I go to pricing, that's where I just was, you might get to this, and I want a personal account in pricing. Okay, and then it's giving me these different paid choices. I'm not paying. Okay, so we're going to go down to the bottom. Hey, look, down in gray, they sort of hide it. Down here in gray, sign up there. So do not click on these. Don't even click the try free here. Forget all of that. Go down to the gray area down here and sign up. And then you'll get the smaller screen like this. And then you can sign up with Google. And it's going to ask, in my case, it's asking which Google I want to use. I've already got an account. Yours might look a little different. Okay, and I'm going to click with my PDSB, and it's going to bring me into this screen here. So what I'd like you all to do is make sure first you've downloaded this folder with all these other folders and files. Do that first. And then I want you to go to Soundtrap. And I want you to make yourself an account using your school pdsb.net. Do not use a personal email account. And I also want you to make sure you know where to find the post-production folder under Mr. Elsey's website, because I would like you to watch these first 3 videos. They'll be very helpful in different concepts in audio editing. Okay? So download the files, make an account, and make sure you know where you find the stuff on Mr. Elsey's site. And then we'll pick it up and start editing in the next tutorial.